Now, Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's ex, went on Angel Reese's podcast and was asked if her and Travis Kelce really broke up because he would make her split 50-50 on the bills. Her response was, "Do I look like anybody that would split anything?" And she said, "No, this is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on the bills?" Angel Reese said no, and then Kayla said, "Okay, so yeah, it was ridiculous." So just out of curiosity, do y'all think a man and a woman should split 50-50? And then what do you think about her answer to the question?
Wait, this is problematic. This is very problematic. I couldn't wait. Mo, she triggered me. I feel triggered right now, you know? And I'm just joking, but seriously, if they're not married, my mother taught me that taught my sisters, if you go on a date with a guy, you should bring your own money. That's an old school rule that they used to tell people so you're not taken advantage of. When you begin to lean too much on a guy, then you become subject to everything that he wants to do, even if that's not what you want to do. And that's putting yourself in a compromising position. So I know sometimes people think they're so beautiful, you should pay for everything. But I think if you're not married, you should be willing and able to cover your own bill. Not that you have to, but you should be able to pay your own bill, because you shouldn't ask anyone to do something for you that you can't do for yourself. And look at what happened. She called herself flexing and got a bigger flex on her. Now he's with somebody he doesn't have to pay a dime for. So it didn't work. You lost them to somebody with more money that will do 50-50.
Go ahead, Mo, you know?
I can't give a better answer.
Yeah, now he's with a tall glass of milk. Pause.
What's her name?
Kayla Nicole.
And who does she have a boyfriend now?
No.
Is tall glass of milk
From what I know. I don't.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, first of all, I don't even think you have to go 50-50 with. I don't think he paid for anything since he's been with Taylor Swift. 50-50. Not only that, you walk in places, people give you shit for free. Oh shit, Travis and Taylor, come eat here for free. Do you want some sneakers? Do you want some clothes? It's like, you know how that shit go when the people with the money never be paying shit most of the time, because the people be so excited to have you in their establishment. That's first and foremost. Secondly, what does she look like? Because she says, what do I look like to not be paying? What does somebody look like that doesn't have to pay for 50? What does that look like? I don't get it. I don't understand. You look broke? I don't understand what's the look on when you don't have to pay 50-50.
I can tell you what it looks like.
Okay, tell me that. Let me hear.
You would have to be fine with no makeup. Now, a lot of times people look good with makeup, but if you see them without the makeup, they could be a 10 with the makeup, a 6.5 without the makeup, dressed up, a 8. Without the right garments on, a 5.3.
I feel.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you asking me, I'm objective.
No, we on the same page, but a little bit. I have a little bit of different answer, but I get where you at with it.
Yeah, I'm a beauty guy. If you're not beautiful without the makeup, I can't look at you.
I dig it, because you know what it is too, Murder. What I realized is that growing up in the 90s, and we didn't realize it, that your face card mattered.
Yeah.
You know, we got Lisa Bonet, Jada, when Jada was Jada. You know what I'm saying? Now bitches just go Botox, Nia Long, the face card
Halle
matter.
Berry.
Halle Berry. Face card matter. Face card don't matter no more. Go get your boobs done, lips perked up, ass. That shit don't matter.
Lashes to the door.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hold on, the mink Swifties, they call them. The mink Swift. big fur on your eyelashes.
I
Listen.
said, can you see? Can you see?
Yeah, man, listen.
You can see.
Face card mattered back then, so I get where you're going. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I dig where you're coming from.
Yeah, and being in shape matters too.
Yeah, that matters.
Real quick, I just have to add though, her face card is a 10 and her body is also a 10 because she works out, she's on her shit. So
See, my thing is
I just
that's-
have to add that.
Yeah,
For
I
people who don't know what she looks like.
I haven't seen her.
For
I
people
just,
who don't know what she looks like, Kayla Nicole looks great. I just gotta confirm.
let me pull up. Let me pull
Make
up.
sure
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
But see, the whole thing is that's why I was going a little different from Mace, is because I don't care how beautiful you are. When I heard that interview, you're ugly. That's just my attitude.
Yeah, your attitude.
You could be the best looking girl in the world, but you're ugly. I didn't even like the answer. That answer right there made me say, never.
Toxic.
Yeah, I never. Just that attitude.
Wait a minute, Killer. Wait a minute. You might want to regroup.
Bro, I got a picture of her right here. I'm looking at her. I pulled her images up. Because you know why? She's on all these red carpets. And when you scroll down on the images, she's on like the top 10 photos of red carpets. And you just see her going and Taylor Swift on all the red carpets. When I'm scrolling up, she just disappears after a while. No more red carpet, no nothing now. Mason, me and Mason a little different. And don't get me wrong, I like pretty, but your attitude, dryness. Look, let me tell you something, right? And I won't bring this bad bitch, man. I was fucking with her and shit, right? But she's so insecure that she don't know she insecure. Like, fam, oh my God, take the picture over. Oh no, they can't post it. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And half the time, these females that be looking good on Instagram.
In the video.
You're gonna have to pay for half afterwards, not for a whole shit after the video over. But half these females that look good on Instagram or social media or whatever, you notice they never do videos. They only do pictures because they have no personality and they're boring and they're regular. And you think you're somebody that you're not. And the girls that look half as good as you are funnier than you. Pussy is better than yours. Head is better than yours. They make me laugh. They make me feel good while you're walking around like a stiff-ass mannequin because your makeup is dried up all day. Your ass is tight because you're taking shots and you ain't get a massage on it in a month and a half. Your titties is about to burst because they full of silicone. And I'll take a bitch to look half as good as you with a great personality to make me laugh and think this funny and has good sex.
And you
and
pay all our bills?
I ain't say that. It's gonna meet me halfway. And that'll meet me halfway. And they look, Murder, look.
I thought you paying all the bills if they was bad.
That wasn't the question, Murder. You was making your own questions up. The question was, she said, is it worth 50-50? You started paying everything. That's what you was out there, Trick Daddy.
No, I was asking you. I don't have
my
I'm Popeyes.
my thing is this, is that, listen, I don't mind giving females money. I help a lot of females out. And I'm talking about not no dinner. If you need help, like, I'm not even talking about females I'm having sex with. Nigga, you know how much furniture I bought in the hood for my homegirls or paid their rent? Or they had a motherfucking sore tooth for 3 months and they can't chew on the right side of their mouth, paid they little, nigga, you know what I'm saying? How much shit I done for people? Females that I'm not even fucking, I'm talking about I do this for. So if it's somebody I like and I'm gonna help them out, cool, I'll do that for you. But what I don't like when it comes to females, if you don't have a job, for instance, it's a little situation like this with somebody I know. You don't want to help yourself. If you don't want to help yourself, how the fuck am I help you? I come up with ideas for you to try and get a couple dollars. I say, you could do this, you could do that. You don't even pursue the ideas I give you, and then you don't have your own ideas, and then you be like, yo, my rent is due. Oh, well, I tried for 3 months to help you come up with an idea. You don't want to go get a job. You're just lazy and think, I got it. Me and Mace, neither one of us got it. So, so that's just that. But to me, it ain't all about the looks because like I was saying, and I wrapped this up, and I'm being long-winded about it, but this girl on Instagram, and Larry Noah, she gotta be top 5 in the world. And she came to see me, and she's cool and all that, but she's insecure. And she doesn't get it. I can't go outside without this. I can't do that. I can't do, you're fucking boring. You're boring and you're regular because everybody got what you got. Now you bad and all that, but I don't pick up for her. She still calls. No, I'm not picking up for you, yo. And like I said, this girl over 9 million followers. No, I don't care about your followers because you're broke. Those shits don't count. And she got a little couple dollars because niggas is trick off. But that's what it takes. You're digitally panhandling. Digitally panhandling. Yo, follow my Cash App. Yo, make a donation to my, that's digital panhandling, yo.
See what you started, Stat?
So, that's just my
Kayla Nicole started it.
Wait, so last question. In what situation would you guys pay for everything?
Why we can't start a business together?
I'm just asking.
Listen, I'll pay for dinner. Listen, I go to dinner. Ask Larry. I go to dinner 8, 9 niggas a week. Not just females. I'm talking about. I don't let nobody pay for nothing. All the time. Nobody. You know how tacky that is? Yo, you had the lamb, and you had the broccoli, right? Just to say, yo, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit is mad
I'm gonna
tacky.
answer the question though, Stat.
Yeah, that shit is mad tacky. I fucking dinner bill be $1,900, $2,900. I pay for the whole shit, so it ain't like I won't pay for dinner. But I'm talking about how long is this gonna go on with a female? Like, do you want your own one day? Like, but there's so many tricks out there. They got comfortable with it. Yeah. And to be totally honest with you, the more time goes on, the more technology and the more makeup and the more surgery, these older bitches still looking good. A little 52-year-old like, yo, killing these young bitches. It's turned 52. It's bad, man. Yeah. I would put her up on the show just so you could see it, but I didn't get permission. You know what I'm gonna do? Next Thursday, I'm gonna come. Remind me Thursday night.
I will remind you.
And I'm gonna have a list of bitches 50 and over that's killing the young bitch. I just wanna get permission. No disrespect to you, Stat, your crew.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you, you're gonna be like, nah, killer, she ain't 50. All right.
You don't even gotta explain, because I've seen, everybody looks good, so.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, yo, matter of fact, I'm gonna pull one up while Murder explaining his answer. I'm gonna bring one up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, now don't judge me, because, when I was in the streets, I definitely...
Hold on, Murder. We gotta get more than when you was in the streets. We know what you've been doing. I'm tired of you acting like you never was in the streets. People are mad at home as well too, in the barbershops and everything. Because when I go off, you always go like this. Yo, bro, they sick of it. They said that even Malcolm X was red. Malcolm X used to be like, I sniff cocaine. I was running a prostitution ring. I had hoes lined up.
I was about to tell you one of those.
Well, you need more. People want to hear more of those. I'm just telling you. Because I just had this conversation 2 days ago when I told you about the bitch I was choking out. You turned at this. They said May's stories is going to be wild. And he keep doing this. They said they tired of you closing your ears. That was the exact verbiage they used. And you got to stop acting like you was never outside. They sick of it. All right, now go ahead. Telling you, man. It's worth the blood, yo. That's worth the blood. Nigga told me that they tired of you closing your ears.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I didn't think that you really was supposed to pay for everything until you marry her. If you don't marry her, me personally, when I wasn't married, I wouldn't pay for anything. I'm like really from a different school. Like Too Short and Pimp C and Snoop Dogg. Those are like my bishops and pastors growing up. So I really didn't believe you give a girl no money.
Yeah, if they fucked it up. They had songs like Bitches Ain't Shit with hoes and tricks, lick on the nuts and suck the dick. That was the fucking lyrics and it was a hit record. You know what I'm saying? It was a super duper hit record. And We did grow up on that, and it was
So
fucked
that was
up.
my mindset. So I really didn't believe you had to do all that for girls. I thought niggas that was doing that for girls were like really insecure, really didn't have the ability to get her to do what they needed her to do.
And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad you brought that up because I think they are a little harsh. The old Snoop, the Pimp C. You gotta find a little balance. Like being honest with you, niggas wasn't fucking with LL because LL, and the ladies loved him. Name was Lady Love Cool J. And to be honest, we used to be like, yo, that's crazy. Mace's name was Murder. He did the 112 video, and niggas, all the girls came out, niggas say, oh, we gotta get, shit switched up. Oh, cause we do like the ladies. He made him walk around with a do-rag and skelly over his eye and all type of shit. Shit switched up. So, yeah.
So Mace,
Yeah.
what happened to I don't want to see you with the carriage living average. I want to do my thing so we be established. And I don't want you rocking them fabrics, girl. I want to give you carrots till you feel you a rabbit.
After
Tell me what
112.
you want from me.
Yeah, that was after
You ain't
112.
paying the light.
That was after 112. No, I'm saying
just
before that. Before
Okay.
that. That was when I'm speaking of is before that.
Okay.
Yo, fam,
to
listen.
clarify.
Listen. And I'm not gonna say the lyric. Hold on. On this show,
Yeah, that's
nigga.
when I got rich. So that's
No, but the whole
whatever
thing
you
is,
want.
listen, let me explain something to you. And not to cut you off, Mason, you give your own reason after this. You gotta do what works for you when it comes to music or anything to make your money. Mace was a hardcore rapper, and I explain this to Mace all the time. You could Google a group, it's called COC. We was in it before he became solo. You gonna hear all type of murder shit, shooting people up, nigga, all type of shit, nigga. Go listen to niggas that started something on DMX. Go listen to it. You'll be like, who is this guy? But you found the lane that works for you. I talk about this a lot, and I don't know if I ever talked about it on this show. Pitbull and Flo Rida were hardcore rappers. Them niggas was rapping, Pitbull was battling niggas. Flo Rida was a full,
Pitbull?
yes. Cuban Pitbull, full, be in the Bronx battling, nigga was a rapper, yo. And Flo Rida was hardcore rappers. They figured out their lane, niggas get invited to the Super Bowl, come on. You ain't heard them rap in 10 years. 15, when the last time you heard, you didn't even know that Pitbull was a rapper. Because niggas found out where their money is at. And when you find out where your money's at, you be like, that shit was fun. I'm cool. I'm not doing that one more time. Let a nigga come up to me and say they got $2 billion for me to sing Spanish and never rap again. I won't ever spit a lyric, nigga. I'll do that all day for the money if that's what's gonna work for me, nigga. that's where it figures out. That's how it goes, man.
Great conversations, great takes, y'all.
What you think, Mo?
Yeah, what y'all think? But Nicole should find her a guy that she don't have to do 50-50 with.
Yo, man, matter of fact, I'll see it if Nick can post it. This is what I'm saying. This is just a random. Let me go to the camera. Show y'all a 51.
Mo, what you think about
Up. Yep, nope, don't lower.
she don't have to pay?
I'm gonna have the top 10 next week, I'm telling you,
Can't
man.
wait to see it. Maurice, your take.
Mo, do you think she gotta pay?
My
Why
daughter
do
watches
she
the
have
show.
to pay?
My daughter is not
50
watching
for
it.
50.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying, man. That's the new.
So dead.
so why did you say Kayla Nicole gotta pay if she don't gotta pay?
No, what I'm saying is if we're going off looks,
Yeah.
and we're going purely off looks, it's a bunch of females who look good that don't have to pay. But for me, personality matters as well.
Got it. Good points. Okay, final question. If I told y'all that I got into a fight a couple days ago, would y'all believe me?
Not looking like the way you look now, fighting. fight me unless you just beat the shit out of somebody.
I would.
Everybody
believe
gets
me?
some shit.
I think Sid jumped in.
I think y'all jumped somebody.
Maurice, what do you think?
Well, you laughing about it, so I wouldn't think you got into a fight.
Okay, well, new episode of Check Out the Stat. We got a new series called Side Quest with Stat. It comes out Saturdays at noon. I went to the dungeon where Nick goes and fights jujitsu. Got to put Nick in a chokehold and a whole bunch of other things. Y'all will see the fight at the end, but wanted to tease that because I do have a new time that I post now, new series. Do have a clip that we could show real quick, which is real quick.
Across your body.
What is she?
Yep. All the way, and then you can let go of this as well. Because now, instead of your hand breaking her posture, your legs are breaking her posture. Now you're gonna grab. Yeah, now she can't posture up anymore.
Oh, okay.
Now you're gonna grab your shin. You're gonna bring both of your knees and your nose all in one line. So squeeze this way.
Oh.
Pinch your knees together tight. Keep squeezing, breathe and squeeze. Keep going. Yes, beautiful, perfect.
Okay, that was them explaining the basics because you got to learn the little stuff in between. I learned a whole bunch of new things. Me and my friend Cindy did a whole fight at the end. So stay tuned, Saturday at noon. Make sure you check it out, Side Quest with Stat, or check out the Stat.
But see,
Me playing back.
but see, that's you
I was
wasn't
need to be doing that too. Watch out.
you wasn't here last week, Mason. That's what I'm talking about. Not just that. Go ahead and get to a fight with one of these niggas UFC, man, in the street. And you don't know that they UFC. They done breathed this shit and got you with some shit that look plausible.
Like that,
and now
just
you
like
die.
that.
Yeah, like you don't even know the UFC-ness. Be careful outside with that, man.
Yeah, it's real crazy.
To teach that is crazy. That start off is wild.
No, the whole thing is crazy. That's why I'm like, definitely stay tuned because it's a whole lot of things. So
Well, congratulations on the new stuff on your show. We're looking forward to seeing it.
thank you. Okay, Maurice, it was a pleasure to have you today.
Love, Mo.
Next week to y'all.
Okay, thank you guys all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
The question of who should pay on a date has become one of the biggest relationship debates online. Everywhere you look, people are sharing their opinions, and the discussion recently became even more popular after two Harlem legends, Madallery and Cameron, shared completely different views on the topic. These are two artists who built their careers talking about success, money, and taking care of the women in their lives. That is why many people were surprised to see them disagree so strongly about something that seems so simple but has turned into a much bigger conversation about modern dating. The discussion started when a clip of Madallery and Cameron talking about dating expenses spread across social media. As expected, both men confidently defended their opinions. Cameron stood firmly on the side of traditional dating. He believes that when a man asks a woman out, he should be the one paying the bill without hesitation. In his view, covering the cost of the date is part of being a gentleman. It shows confidence, responsibility, and respect. For him, asking a woman to split the bill sends the wrong message. It can make a man appear unprepared or unwilling to invest in the relationship. Cameron sees paying for the date as an important part of showing genuine interest and making a good first impression. Many people, especially those who grew up with more traditional relationship values, strongly agreed with Cameron. They believe that dating has always involved the man taking the lead, planning the date, and paying the bill. To them, this isn't about control or power. Instead, it represents kindness, generosity, and appreciation. They feel that these traditions have helped shape romantic relationships for generations, and they see no reason to abandon them simply because society has changed. Madallery, however, looked at the situation from a completely different angle. His opinion surprised many people, because he argued that relationships in today's world should reflect the changes that have happened in society. He pointed out that women have worked hard for financial independence and equal opportunities. Many women have successful careers, earn good incomes, and no longer rely on a man for financial support. Because of that, Madallery questioned why people still expect the man to automatically pay every bill during the dating process. He made it clear that he was not encouraging men to be cheap or selfish. Instead, he believed that every relationship should be based on fairness and mutual respect. Rather than following outdated rules, couples should decide together what works best for them. If both people have jobs and similar incomes, sharing expenses could make perfect sense. In his opinion, The way couples handle money should match their individual situations instead of following expectations created many years ago. As soon as these opinions reach social media, people immediately pick sides. The comments quickly filled with arguments supporting both men. Some women strongly defended Cameron's traditional beliefs, while also describing themselves as independent and financially successful. At the same time, many men agreed with Madalaria's message about equality, but also complained that they often feel unappreciated in relationships. Watching these different opinions collide showed just how complicated modern dating has become. It also revealed that many people hold beliefs that sometimes seem to contradict one another. The larger issue behind this debate is that dating today seems to operate under two completely different sets of expectations. One group still believes in traditional courtship, where the man leads, plans the dates, and pays for everything. To these people, those actions represent respect and commitment. They often believe that if a man suggests splitting the bill on the first date, it could be a warning sign. They may assume he is not serious, does not value the woman's time, or simply cannot afford to date. Whether those assumptions are fair or not, they remain common among people who prefer traditional relationships. On the other side are people who believe those expectations no longer fit modern life. They argue that automatically expecting one person to pay for everything can create unnecessary pressure and unfair expectations. If one person always pays, the relationship may begin to feel less like a partnership and more like a financial arrangement. Even if no one openly talks about it, money can influence how both people feel. The person paying might eventually expect something in return, while the other person may feel guilty or obligated. These emotions can quietly create tension without either person realizing it. Supporters of splitting the bill believe that sharing expenses can help avoid these problems. When both people contribute because they genuinely want to, it often creates a stronger sense of teamwork and equality. Instead of focusing on who owes what, the relationship becomes centered on mutual appreciation and shared responsibility. Of course, this approach only works when both people honestly agree with it rather than feeling pressured. Another important reason this debate continues is the current economic reality. The cost of living has increased significantly, and dating has become more expensive than it was for previous generations. A simple evening out can include dinner, drinks, transportation, entertainment, and other costs that quickly add up. For many people, paying for every date is simply not realistic, especially if they are dating regularly. In many cases, the decision to split expenses has less to do with personal beliefs and more to do with financial necessity. That is why the conversation between Madalari and Cameron became so popular. It was never just about who should reach for the check when the meal is over. It reflected a much bigger discussion about changing gender roles, financial independence, personal values, and the challenges of building healthy relationships in today's world. There may never be one answer that satisfies everyone, but their debate showed that modern dating continues to evolve, and every couple must decide for themselves what feels fair, respectful, and comfortable for both people. The conversation about who should pay on a date often misses a much bigger point. Many people focus only on the money without thinking about what paying actually represents in modern dating. Even in 2026, the discussion is not really about the price of a meal or a cup of coffee. Throughout history, money in relationships has rarely been just about money. Instead, it has always carried a deeper meaning. The act of paying often sends a message that goes far beyond the amount written on the receipt. When a man chooses to pay for a date, many people see it as a sign of generosity, care, protection, and serious intentions. It can quietly communicate that he values the other person and is willing to invest time, effort, and resources into building a connection. He does not have to say those things out loud because the action itself can express them. For many women who appreciate that style of dating, this preference does not come from weakness or dependence. Instead, it comes from the emotional meaning attached to the gesture. That is why a simple $15 coffee that a man happily pays for can sometimes feel much more meaningful than a fancy $300 dinner where the bill is split. The emotional experience is often more important than the actual amount of money. People usually remember how they felt during the moment, not just what was spent. The payment becomes a symbol of thoughtfulness, rather than a financial transaction. On the other hand, splitting the bill can also send a positive message when both people truly agree with that approach. In many healthy relationships, sharing expenses reflects teamwork and equality. It shows that both partners value each other's contributions and believe they are building something together. Neither person feels like they owe the other anything or that someone is secretly keeping score. Instead, both individuals contribute in ways that make them feel respected and appreciated. Many successful couples today live this way and are completely happy with it. The challenge is that the exact same action can have completely different meanings depending on the people involved. Splitting the bill is not automatically good or bad. Everything depends on the intentions behind it. For example, one man may suggest paying 50-50 because he truly believes in equality. At the same time, he still puts real effort into the relationship. He plans thoughtful dates, communicates well, pays attention, and shows emotional support. In that situation, sharing the cost simply reflects the kind of partnership he wants. Another man might suggest splitting every bill because he had negative dating experiences in the past and now wants to protect his wallet more than his heart. He may seem distant, avoid emotional connection, and invest very little effort while still expecting equal financial contributions. Although the action looks exactly the same, the meaning behind it is completely different. Many women have become very skilled at noticing the difference, even when some men believe they are hiding their true feelings. Women also face similar challenges. There are women who genuinely appreciate traditional dating. They value when a man pays, but they also contribute in many meaningful ways that cannot be measured with money. They give emotional support, show kindness, invest their time, communicate honestly, and make the relationship stronger. Their effort simply does not appear on a bank statement. However, there is another type of expectation that creates problems. Some people judge a potential partner mainly by how much money they are willing to spend. Instead of looking at character, values, or compatibility, they use expensive dates as a way to measure financial status. Many men in 2026 have become much more aware of this behavior, which explains why the topic creates such heated debates across social media. Both men and women feel like they have discovered uncomfortable truths about modern dating. As a result, everyone brings strong opinions into the conversation. That is one reason why discussions like the one between Madalari and Cameron became so popular. Their debate touched on a real issue that millions of people experience every day. Many singles are honestly confused about what today's dating expectations should be. Part of the problem is that people are mixing ideas from different generations. Some still expect traditional dating rules that were common decades ago, while others follow modern ideas that emphasize complete equality. When these different expectations meet on the same date, confusion is almost guaranteed. One person may arrive expecting the man to pay because that is how they were raised. The other may assume the bill will automatically be shared because that matches their values. Neither person realizes they are following different sets of rules until the check arrives. Suddenly, an awkward silence fills the table, and both people wonder whether something has gone wrong. The easiest solution may actually be the simplest one. Honest communication before the date could prevent many of these uncomfortable moments. Talking openly about expectations might feel awkward at first because many people worry it will ruin the romantic mood. As a result, they stay silent, hoping the other person will somehow understand what they want without being told. When those unspoken expectations are not met, disappointment follows. Madalari and Cameron can continue debating this topic for as long as they want, and people will probably keep watching because the conversation is entertaining. However, the real answer will never come from celebrities arguing on a podcast. It comes from two people sitting across from each other, speaking honestly about their values, expectations, and the kind of relationship they hope to build. At the end of the day, all the viral clips, online arguments, and endless comment sections are really discussing something much deeper than money. The bill has almost never been the real issue. It simply represents feelings, intentions, respect, appreciation, and commitment. Money has always been a symbol for emotions that many people struggle to express with words. When couples understand that deeper meaning and communicate openly, they give themselves a much better chance of building healthy and lasting relationships.